many years as a divorce lawyer, I thought that if a client comes to me and says that I want to get a divorce, the best thing is to file for a divorce or sometimes to send a legal notice to the opponent spouse. However, I've made this mistake many times filing for sometimes divorce, sometimes civil and criminal cases on behalf of the husbands and the wives. And then later, the the opponent spouse comes in, if you're fighting it out, and after 6 months, 12 months, 2 years of litigation, both parties, when they actually sit down to, in a moment of rationale, it transpires that both wanted a divorce. The alimony desired by the wife was often not as much as the husband was apprehensive about. So, what did we get into all of this ruckus for? And that is the reason why, for the past several years now, whenever any man or woman comes to me says I want a divorce, the first thing I always tell them is let's initiate pre-litigation mediation, something that is not very common knowledge, unfortunately, and also sometimes because it does not make lawyers enough fees as well. But we've had incredible, and when I say incredible, at least for me, if you know that there is going to be a bloodbath, about 20% of our cases we are able to resolve just in pre-litigation mediation. So for me, when you know that there is going to be a bloodbath, 1 out of 5 of those 100% sure shot bloodbaths we were able to do away with, and both parties peacefully are able to move on with their lives. I think it's a phenomenal statistic. You may disagree with me. And I say to every single person out there, if you're planning to get a divorce, please don't send a legal notice in which you've mentioned all your atrocities, which instigates the opponent or your spouse for now to then come up with their own allegations against you, some real, some fake, and then this spirals up or down, whatever way you look at it, into conflict. Instead, pre-litigation mediation, a safe space inside the court complex where a senior lawyer sits as a mediator, lawyers of both parties are also there, and terms and conditions are hashed out in a completely neutral, confidential setting. The agreement signed in the mediation center is binding upon both parties like a court decree. I feel it's phenomenal. It's saved so many people from so much of headache, hassle, etc.